Good morning, Pats Nation. Good morning. Good morning. I should say good afternoon at this point. It's 12:15. What's going on, guys? Hopefully everybody's enjoying their Friday so far. I just wanted to come on here real quick. Don't know exactly how long we're going to be on here, but I wanted to give my pregame thoughts on the Jets and the Pats. But what is going on? Good afternoon. Good morning to you, Patriots Nation. How are we all feeling about this one coming up? I can tell you, if we lose, that is not going to be good. If we lose this game to the Jets, that is not going to be good for the Pats. They will start 0-3 on the year, and their chances of making the playoffs are pretty much slim to none at that point. Chances of making the playoffs if they start 0-3 are slim to none. This part of the schedule coming up is definitely not easy. This is a gauntlet. We're going to be facing a lot of good teams coming up, and if they start 0-3, that is not good. Even if they win this game, realistically, I mean, it's the Jets. They should win this game. Patriots should come away with a win in this game. There's no excuse for them not to win this game at all. And if they lose, that is not a good look. Aaron Rodgers is out, so they're going to be facing Zach Wilson, I believe. The Jets' offensive line is just as banged up as the Patriots, so that's at least one plus for us. Hopefully, our defensive front can get some pressure. But the Patriots just need to do what they I don't know. They need to do what they were meant to do. Short pass, focus on the short passing game, control the clock. And if they can score 27 points, I think they'll beat this team. They'll beat the Jets. Defensively, I know New York has a good, solid team. They've, for the last couple of seasons, have definitely not been lacking on the defensive side of the ball. That's not their issue. It's always been on the offensive side. They just haven't had the talent at quarterback to kind of pull it all together. And Aaron Rodgers was supposed to do that for them. So that was a huge blow to that team when he tore his Achilles. And we know Zach Wilson very well, and he does not have fun playing the Patriots. So hopefully we can take advantage of him and get this W and get the first win on the year. But from how the Pats have been playing on both sides of the ball, it's not gonna. I don't think they're gonna make this any easier on themselves. To be honest, they need to come out and they need to play fundamental football. They do that. Even if they win by a touchdown or a field goal in this game, I'll be happy. We need that first win of the year. We just need to get that first win. Because these last few games, they've shot themselves in the foot in the most inopportune moments. I mean, the first game, Mac Jones was given an opportunity twice to win it, and he couldn't capitalize. And then last game, the defense gave him the ball with 2 minutes and I believe it was 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, and that's more than enough time to drive down 40 yards and win the game. And they failed on that as well. So I don't know. I should be fairly confident about this game. Should be. But realistically, I'm not. Because they haven't really shown me anything to be confident enough and say, oh, yeah, they're going to win this game. They're the Jets. They're going to win this game. But judging how the Pats have played lately, just, not fundamentally sound football and a lack of rhythm on offense, this if this game turns out to be a rock fight and it's down to a touchdown or field goal at the end and Mac Jones having to lead them down and win it, I don't know. He's been asked to do it 3 times in the last 2 games and hasn't come through. So, I mean, I'm curious to know where you guys' confidence level is in him is at. Because for me, I don't know. Could he drive down on the Jets defense? Starting from his own 25, could he have a game-winning drive to beat the Jets? I honestly, truthfully, can't answer that. He's he's squandered away 3 opportunities prior, so the confidence for me just realistically, if the game comes down to Mac putting it on his shoulders and doing what he needs to do to win the game for us, I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Defensively, we should be okay though. I mean, we know the Jets well enough to have a pretty good game defensively, and Bill Belichick knows that team well enough. We should win this game, but I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys think, though. If there's anybody in the chat, I see one person listening or watching. I just want to know how you guys are feeling because for me, I don't really have a lot of confidence in it. I hope we win, but realistically, it's it just they really haven't been there. The Patriots' lack of the Pats' lack of um, rhythm on offense is really what's going to hurt them. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the interruption. We had a service interruption there. I'm driving around, hit a bad spot in town. But the injuries for the Patriots too could really hurt this team. Cole Strange is playing hurt. We should be getting Trent Brown back coming up for this game, but that doesn't mean when Trent Brown is your best offensive lineman, that's a problem. David Andrews can only do so much. Um, David Andrews can only do so much, but with the offensive line as banged up as they are, it's there could be a problem. This game could be very close headed into the fourth quarter. But I don't mean to repeat myself. If they lose to this Jets team, they're that is not going to be a good look, and their chances for the playoffs are going to plummet. They just don't look. I tell you one thing, they just don't look like they're in rhythm at all. Like on the offensive side of the football, they just look like they're not in rhythm at all. It's it's tough to watch. The offensive side of the football for them these last two games has been tough to watch. Mac hasn't been Mac hasn't been terrible, but he hasn't been great either. I mean, at least from what I've seen, there's there's a high floor and a low ceiling with Mac Jones. I don't know, like I don't know. Like I said, it's not like it's not like he's having a bad year. It's just when we've put him in crunch time, when we've put him in pressure situations, he hasn't fared well. And we don't have a Tom Brady anymore on this team to elevate a lot of these, C minus, C plus guys into a B plus, into a B plus type of player. We don't have that anymore. I don't think Mac is capable of doing that. Is he capable of executing an offense? Yeah, probably. He's capable of running an efficient offense, but there's realistically, I mean, every receiver that we have is a wide receiver 2, 3, or 4 on any other team. There's not a lot of talent surrounding him, and then if you add in the absolute garbage play of the offensive line, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. I don't know. I don't see this being an easy game between us and the Jets. I don't see it being easy. But the Jets, if the Jets come into this game and they just manage this game, I would think that they are going to try to run the football on us. If I was Robert Saleh, I would look at that defensive front, and the front seven for the Pats has not fared well in the run game so far. So if I was the Jets and I was coming into this game, I would keep the football on the ground as much as possible and take the pressure off of Zach Wilson and and try to win it that way. That's how I would approach this game. And for the Patriots, I would on the opposite side of the football. If I was them on D, I would try and rattle Zach Wilson as much and as often as possible. And I mean, we all know how he fares against the Patriots D and Bill Belichick. He doesn't do well. So and hopefully 27 points. I think we can put up okay. I think the defense can handle. They really have hurt this team. Hunter Henry is having a very good year so far, though. I will say that the Hunter Henry Mac Jones chemistry is definitely there. That's nice that's good to see. That's excellent to see. There, those throws in the seam last game were very, very well executed. Um, this team just needs this team needs a true number one receiver. It does. It needs a true number one, and it needs a lot of help. I really don't have a lot to say. We need a win. This team needs a win for team morale. We need a win. We need to beat this Jets team and get one on the board and get that zero off the board in the win column. I would like to see Mac try and push the ball down the field a little bit. The other thing is I'm going to be very, very curious to see how Demario Douglas plays, or even if he plays in this game, because we all know Bill Belichick is notorious for being a real hard ass when it comes to people fumbling. Ramondre Stevenson fumbled last year and he didn't see the field for three weeks. So me personally, I think that's kind of stupid. Punish a kid for a half, a quarter, maybe a half, and then put him back out there, because we are not good enough to this team is not good enough to sit talent like Demario Douglas. We need all the help we can get. And I think Bill's only hurting the team by taking talent off the field. I get you want to hold people accountable, and I get that whole aspect of stuff. But I'm not saying you have to completely get rid of that, but you might have to bend a little on your strictness, because guess what? Taking Pop Douglas off the field is hurting the team. It's hurting the team. You're hurting your chances. The kid's a playmaker. We need all the playmakers we can get this year, because the offensive talent is severely lacking, especially with all the injuries. But those are my thoughts. I mean, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. The Patriots have got to clean it up. They have got to clean it up. They have got to stop making stupid mistakes at horrible times. That's the lack of discipline this year has absolutely crushed them. And if they're going to play undisciplined football against the Jets D, they're in for a long day. The Jets offense might be absolute trash, but their defense, the Jets D, is pretty good. It's pretty good. So they need to be on it. I mean, if they're playing like this, they're going to lose to Miami twice. Miami already beat them once. They're going to lose to Buffalo twice. And are you realistically going to let the Jets beat you? That's not a good look. I mean, maybe this is what the Patriots are. Maybe I'm just being optimistic, and maybe I'm, being a little bit of a homer, but I don't think so. I mean, but maybe this is what the Pats are. Maybe this is what, maybe we overestimated how good they were going to be this year. Maybe we overestimated how good Mac and Billy can execute this offense, and maybe we overestimated. I don't know. Maybe I did, but I thought this team was going to look better execution-wise than they did now. But we shall see. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. And give me your score predictions. Let me know what y'all think. I think we win this game 27-14. That is my score prediction. 27-14 in favor of the Pats. I think we get our first W. The Jets never fare well against us. Bill Belichick usually has their number. So that's what I'm banking on. But that's what I want. That's my score prediction and outlook for the game. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Go Pats. And I will get back at you for the post-game thoughts after the game, guys. I'll be away for the weekend, so I will give you my post-game thoughts as soon as I get back in town and watch the outcome of this game. Once again, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. Everybody have a good weekend, and I will talk to you again soon.